What's up, guys? Thank God it's Friday. Make sure you guys start sharing this video far and wide. Let's rock and roll, shall we? How's everybody? Can everybody hear me okay? So please start sharing the video far and wide. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. How's everybody doing today? Make sure you guys get the notifications. Start sharing far and wide, man. We got a few things I want to talk to you guys about today for our lunchtime. For some reason, it did not click on. Hey, what's going on, Roland? What's going on, Angelina? Yeah, share this video far and wide, folks. We're going to talk about a few things for at least 35 minutes or more, depending on my little rant. Yesterday, sorry I missed you guys. I did not have a live stream yesterday at lunchtime because I wanted to see the testimony between the FBI and about the Russian probe that was going on in Washington. So I was watching that the whole time and also listening to the radio. But how you guys doing? How's Manuel Price, Semper Fi, brother? Greg, what's going on? Semper Fi, man. John, what's going on, man? Roger, Tina, Tim. Please share the video far and wide. You know we're gonna we're gonna be censored, right? So, man, we're winning, right? We're winning. Today's Friday, beautiful day. Great day to be an American and to wake up in this beautiful country of ours, and to wake up and realize that Hillary Clinton is not president. I mean, it's got to make everybody feel great every single day you wake up. Just think, man, how bad could it be if Hillary Clinton? I can only imagine. And this is what blows my mind with a lot of people out there who somehow, man, compare Obama to Donald Trump. How can you even dare think that Donald Trump and Obama are the same? It's not even, like, there's no comparison there, man. It's night and day, okay? Night and day between two people. Someone who actually gets up and get things done to somebody who's community organizer who just all he did was divide the country. He did a really good job at it, as you can tell. But, man, you got to wake up every day. Thank the Lord. Thank God, man, because, I mean, if you're not a believer, you got to thank God, man, that He loves America. God loves America. With all the crap that we have done and all that, God must love America and must love the American people, because we honestly escaped a bullet with Hillary Clinton. We escaped a bullet with Hillary Clinton. We escaped a bullet with having a majority of Democrats running D.C. We escaped it. And now we hope that we can do the same thing in midterms election. But Trump is winning, man. We're creating a space force. We're going to put another judge, in the courts. I mean, that's just awesome news right there. Now, all we need is that crazy old lady that falls asleep every hour. I want her gone. I mean, she's no use being there. I never understand that. I never understand, how can we have these mommies, these literally, skeletons, all right, sitting at the courts. Okay, these people should have retired a long time ago. And I don't understand. I don't understand why these people continue, to do a job that they can't perform. They cannot stay awake for 1 hour. They can't even stay awake for 1 hour. So, anyways, we're winning, folks. We are winning, man. We are winning. Now, remember, when this whole movement started, when all this sort of, Donald Trump gave us the energy that we could, take our country back, that we can make our country great again. Remember that, right? The liberals, Democrats, called us deplorables. They called us deplorables. And we were like, we owned it. We're like, hey, you know what, man? We're deplorables. We're the original deplorables. We've been at this since 2009. We've been on this a long time, okay? You guys need to catch up. You guys need to catch up. We're Uncle Sam Misguided children. You guys need to catch up, man. We've been here a long time. All right, so they call us deplorables. And then when that didn't work, they started calling us Nazis. They started calling Donald Trump Hitler. They're still calling Donald Trump Hitler. You know, I mean, there's no comparison with Donald Trump and Hitler, man. You know, Hitler was not trying to make world peace. Hitler was not trying to meet with, you know, foreign countries and break bread with them to stop World War III, World War II, and World War I. Hitler did not care about that. All Hitler wanted to do was kill as many people as he could. Donald Trump is trying to avoid wars, man. So how can you even compare Donald Trump to Hitler? So there you go. So now they're still calling us Nazis. They're still calling us Nazis. I can't even understand that. Like, how can you call Nazis to people who support Jerusalem, to people that support Israel? You know, I mean, I don't understand that. I completely don't understand that. But that's what they're going with, you know. And like we say, you know, if that's your plan, let's see how it works out. It did not work out for you for election during the Hillary campaign. Let's see how it works out as they continue to work out all the way down to 2020. I don't think they got anything on the books, and you know it. I know it, right? So they call us Nazis. Now they got a new name for us. Okay, they call us cult following. All right, so now we're cult followers because we support a great president. We finally got somebody that is making things happen for America and put America first, and now we're cult followers. You know, the only people that remind me of cult followers is the Obamas. The Obama cult followers or the Bernie followers are still following them. They're still following. Even Obama's no longer president, you still got the Obama followers out there, man. You say something about Obama, they're still calling you racist. You know, that is cult follower. I've never seen anybody been more cult follower than the Obama lovers. The Obama lovers, man, they just loved Obama just because he was black. I mean, the color of his skin. They didn't like Obama because of his principles, his character, because of his policies. None of that gave a damn. You know, Obama could get away with murder. Nobody cared. And that is cult following. When it comes to Donald Trump, as you know, me and you know, we don't mind calling Donald Trump where he makes a mistake. We don't mind supporting him 110% where he does a good job. And that's the difference between people that support a real president and people who support a puppet. Because Obama was a puppet. Obama was put in place as a puppet by the George Soros and the globalists out there to support an agenda. Whatever you want to call it. Agenda 21, New World Order, whatever. Right? So, anyways, we're just going to keep on winning, right? We're going to keep on winning. They're not going to call us cult followers. You know what? We're going to be, if that's what they're going to call us, we're going to be the best followers of this Donald Trump mega Trump 2020 that's ever been. So either you jump on the Trump train like everybody else is doing. Even Glenn Beck, listen, even Glenn Beck had to jump on the train. Glenn Beck, it was funny about Glenn Beck, man. He was brought to his knees. I remember when Glenn Beck was all trashing Donald Trump, and all of a sudden, man, he comes out with his hat on, and all of a sudden, like, yeah, I'm going to be on the Trump train. It's like, dude, you know, you finally caught up, buddy. You finally caught up, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. But it is a great feeling to know that at least we have somebody out there that got his best effort to make our country the best and protect our borders, secure our borders, man. You know, put our military first, put our troops first, bring the Space Force, man. We're going to be bringing freedom to the galaxy. We're going to be bringing freedom to other planets in the world. That's just awesome stuff, man. Awesome Jews, right? So, and guess what? The liberals and the Democrats hate it. Now, this whole thing, man, with the illegal immigrants, which it just is blown out of proportion. It's literally blown out of proportion by the media. Mainstream media has spent more time talking about illegal immigrants than they have done talking about anything else. All of a sudden, the Russian scandal doesn't matter anymore because everybody knows the Russian scandal is garbage. It's all made up by Hillary Clinton, McCain, and all these corrupted individuals, and probably all the way up to Obama. And they don't want that. They don't want the information to come out. The media does not want to come out. I'm sure the media was in bed with the whole thing. It's been in bed with the Obama deep state since the beginning, as you know it. So they don't want that information to come out. So all of a sudden, Russia's not important. All they wanted was a distraction, people. They wanted a distraction because Donald Trump just stopped World War III. I mean, he did something incredible. I mean, amazing, right? He met with a tyrant to break bread with them to say, hey, man, we're either going to cut your, nuts off, or you're going to play ball. You're going to play ball, we're going to cut your nuts off. And I don't mind paying, like Donald Trump says, I don't mind cutting your nuts off, but I'd rather play ball. And Kim Jong-un is playing ball. Nobody, they wanted that story to go away so fast. They created a fake scandal along the illegal immigrants. Something has been going on since Bill Clinton put an order to separate parents. None of the mainstream media, all the fake news is blaming Donald Trump. Blames Donald Trump for the incompetence of Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Obama. All three are best buddies. All three, Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Obama, they're all best buddies, man. They've been best buddies since the beginning because they were all just puppets. They were not taking care of the people. So Donald Trump's the outsider, cleaning the mess that's been going on for decades, people, right? And everybody expects Donald Trump to fix it all. He can't fix it all, it's just amazing that he can, though. Amazing that he's able to do stuff that other people have not been able to do. Even with all the backstabbing and all the rhinos and all the deep swamp that he's involved in, man. I mean, honestly, I don't know how he's able to fit in those shoes, man. It'd be hard to fit in Donald Trump's shoes. Everybody think they can do the job better. I don't think nobody can do the job better like Mr. President Donald Trump. And I'm just not. And honestly, listen, I have no mind cutting people's throat, and I don't mind talking about a leader that doesn't fall in line, that doesn't walk the talk. But Donald Trump walks the talk, man. He walks the talk. He's got the art of the deal. And when we honestly think that, he's like, oh man, he's overwhelmed. He is losing this. Why did he say that? Somehow, man, he figured there's a way. There's a way to his madness. And he figures a way to make it work. And everybody else would have panicked. He doesn't panic. He doesn't panic under pressure. Donald Trump does not panic under pressure, man. You can tell. And you think about why. How come? Well, when you got somebody who owns 500 companies, Donald Trump owns 500 companies and has 20,000 employees under his belt. 20,000 employees under his belt. When you got that much responsibility, you have to think, man. Stress is... what is stress? Stress is nothing to him. Stress is nothing. This stuff that he's doing, probably he's like, he could do that. He could do that with chewing gum, put stuff on Twitter, and walk at the same time, and eat some 2 ice creams and Kentucky Fried Chicken on his way to his next golf course. These liberals and Democrats are all freaking out. But listen to this. Listen, more importantly, is the madness that the Democrats create. It comes back to them unfolds. It's like karma. Karma has a way of paying back. Karma has a memory, right? Look at Maxine Water. Maxine Water had to cancel. She had to cancel her little trip to Alabama. Hey, my folks in Alabama, man, my props to you guys. She had to cancel her trip to Texas because she's gotten some threats from people that did not really like her attitude about attacking Trump supporters. So now, guess what? Karma is paying back. Karma is coming back to her, and she's gonna have a really tough time trying to find a place in the United States of America to do her next speech because she already kind of already pushed the button. She already like messed with the elephant in the room, the big red elephant in the room. She's already poked it. And that elephant does not like that. That elephant is like that. Make America great again. Elephant is coming for her like a damn tank. And she is scared. She's scared, man. So she canceled her trip to Texas. God bless Texas, baby. And she canceled her trip to Alabama. I hope she cancels every single trip she's got to make. Okay? And I don't care what she does. Hopefully in California. I don't care. My people in California, they got to do better. But I don't care what she does in California. She can stay there. I don't care. You know what I mean? All right, but I'm telling you, hey, what is it, right? That this is what she created. This is the monster that the Democrats create, and then once they create it, then they get upset about it, and they want to talk, they want to talk garbage about it, kind of like Nancy Pelosi, right? So Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats, now they have a problem because they created these socialist, Bernie Sanders lovers. Socialist, individuals who love socialism, all right? Some of them are coming from the illegal immigrants, the dreamers of DACA, all those idiots. And this is why I say to everybody that you have to be more, more educated about what's happening in the Hispanic community. Because I'm a Latino immigrant, and I'm telling you right now, a good majority of Hispanics will support socialist ideas. And it's scary. But this has been going on in South America since the beginning. This is nothing new. Hispanic people, always fall in line with socialist and communist ideas, man. And we got to stop it. We have to stop that, right? So now we have these individuals that are running in politics who are either illegal immigrants or Hispanics, whatever, and they truly believe in socialist lies, okay? And then they believe in the whole, socialism has not been tried and all this. No matter how much you educate these people, I am a communism survivor, okay? Socialism cannot exist without communism. You need communism to enforce socialism. You cannot make people take socialism without communism. You need that. That is the enforcer. The communists are the enforcer of socialist ideas, okay? Because people don't want socialism. And if you don't want socialism, what happens? Right? Then they make you take it. Like the Obamacare. That's socialism with a little bit of communism. If you don't use how Obama had it set up, if you don't take this socialist crap that they give you, then you get penalized. That is communism. All right? You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Okay, you don't have the freedoms, all right? And here's the thing, fat folks. The difference with immigrants from the era I came and even the era before that is immigrants like ourselves, especially coming from Cuba. We did not want benefits. We didn't even know what benefits were. We wanted freedom. Freedom is priceless. Freedom to fail, freedom to succeed, freedom to speak against a president or a government official without having the police coming and knocking on your door and putting you in prison or doing worse, putting a gun in the back of the head and killing you. Like, we just wanted freedom. My parents just wanted freedom, man. Right? My father was a doctor. My mom was an accountant. My father was cleaning toilets, washing dishes, cooking. He was doing things that that his pride, he had to swallow his pride. He was not a doctor. He was just a dishwasher. He was just a toilet cleaner, man. He did not want benefits from the government. He wanted to do it himself. My mom, same thing. She went to work for a manufacturing company, building springs for pants and guns and different things and rifles and all kinds of cool stuff. So she's been working there for 30 years, nonstop. So you look at the people that came in those times. legal immigrants that came to us. They came and my parents had to wait 10 years. We had to wait 10 years to get a visa from the United States of America. Before we came in here, before I came to the United States, we had to take a test, a mental we had to take, all my family members, including my sister, had to take a mental state to come to the United States. We had to get a physical test as well. Make sure we were physically able to have no problems. So when we got into the United States, we didn't have no physical issues. We were not, we didn't have a disability. You know, whether physically or mentally, we were able bodies. We were able bodies to contribute to the American opportunity, to any American opportunities, to the American way of life. You know, so we were ready to come into this nation to support it, to support the liberty and to support the freedom, to support the patriotism that America gives. We didn't want benefits. We didn't care. We didn't want, man, no benefits, no nothing. So I'm very proud of that. And I have this thing with, you know, the immigration that we have had, the legal, whether it's legal or illegal immigration that we have had in the past 3 decades, right, is something, is an issue that we have to face, because the Democrats have pushed this idea of hating the United States. We have indoctrinated our youth to hate themselves for being white and for also being, you know, hateful to their own country, to our troops, to our military, etc. And that same cancer, that same poison cancer, has trickled down into everyone, not just the American citizen, but also, you know, the minorities, the Hispanic minorities, more so than a lot. And then you get that same push agenda through the Spanish TV, to the Latino TV, you know, about America is bad, United States is bad. They're here. It's funny because they are here in the United States saying that United States of America is bad. This is a country. Look, you have excuse when these Democrats and these liberals get angry at us when we say that, hey man, if you don't like it, get the hell out. When we American patriots look at somebody, speaking to somebody who hates the United States, who hates Donald Trump, who calls him a Hitler, right? We tell them, you know what? If you don't like it, get the hell out, right? Right? We have a freedom here in this country to leave. If you don't like something, you can leave, right? Hold on a second. You can leave. You can't do that in Cuba. You can't do that in North Korea. You cannot do that in communist countries. You cannot do this. You cannot do this in countries that have tyranny, like Venezuela. You know, Venezuelan citizen cannot just get up and go to America. They just can't get up and go to a Spain or a different country. They can't. They can't leave the country. So they are stuck. They're literally stuck in this slave plantation. You know, that is like the Democrat slave plantation took over their country, and they cannot leave. That's the only, here in freedom, man, you got, Americans have the freedom to buy a passport and travel the world. It's the only, pretty much the only country in the world. You can travel anywhere. You know, it always blows my mind. It always blows my mind when, sorry, I get this thing that keeps disconnecting. But it blows my mind. It blows my mind that we, during the Syrian, even the Syrian warfare right now, the Syrian war that's going on, Libya, etc. We got American citizens. We got American citizens in Syria fighting against ISIS right now as we speak. And I always go, how the hell can an American citizen just get up and say, hey man, I'm gonna go fight ISIS? They're not even part of the troops. They're like, I'm just gonna get up and I'm gonna fight ISIS. That's the kind of freedom you have in the United States, that you can get up and you can, you know, fly to any part of the world that you want to be part of and do whatever you want to do. That's just a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing that you can do here in the United States of America. You can even go to North Korea. You can be an American citizen and go into a communist country if you want to. I don't recommend it. I do not recommend it, but you can do it. You can do it, right? So it always blows my mind. But there is this cancer, folks. There is this cancer that we have to open up, that we have to be aware of, and it's the push for socialist and communist ideas. When the riots were going on in Ferguson and Baltimore, did you remember that there was the Communist Party of America was was literally organizing the whole protest. All right, behind every single protest where Black Lives Matter or Antifa is involved, you're going to have the Communist Party of America organizing it. And they don't. I don't mean just organize. They got lawyers. They got doctors. They got everybody involved in it, all the way up to certain types of officials in the local community. They got their mayors. They got their sheriffs of the police department. They got some people embedded into those groups, into those whatever you want to call them, domestic terrorist groups. That's what I call them, domestic terrorist group. All right, why I call them domestic terrorists? Because my oath states clearly to defend the Constitution against enemies, foreign and domestic. And anybody who's a communist, who calls himself a communist or a socialist, like this Ocasio girl in New York, or Bernie Sanders, it's an enemy. It's an enemy of our republic. It's an enemy of capitalism. It's an enemy of our freedoms and liberties, because they do not believe in the Constitution of the United States of America. And that's why we must see them as. We must see all those people as enemies of our country. Traitors, redcoats. And I'm afraid some of these people will, as they're doing right now, they're running for office. They're running for political positions where they can change laws, even if it's unconstitutional, because they're people that support their ideas. Their constituents don't understand their freedoms. They don't understand their liberty. Ignorance is the biggest problem we have in America. And what I mean by ignorance is ignorance about their rights. They don't teach rights in schools anymore. They don't teach the very, very small little parts of the Constitution, and only when it suits them. Only when parts of the Constitution suits them. All right, they love talking about freedom of speech, but they never press on the right to bear arms like they should. Right? So when they do explain the right to bear arms, they defend they define the right to bear arms skewed. They define the right to bear arms in a way that it promotes their liberal agenda, their democratic agenda. They don't defend the right to bear arms as a human natural right, that we have the right to defend against the government. It's not hunting. It has nothing to do with hunting. It has to do with self-defense against a tyrant government. That's it. Self-defense against a tyrant government. That's my right to bear arms. All right, that is my right to bear arms, and that's what it should be. It should be educated. All of our children should be educated in regards to the right to bear. What our founding fathers wanted, our right to bear arms. But going back to the problem, going back to the cancer, I got to come back to that communist socialist cancer that is growing in America today, and it keeps pushing. That's all they have. The left has gone so far left. They left so far left, and they're eating each other. They're eating each other because they created this tumor. They created this support for socialists. They created this support for communism, and now they're trying to cut their own people off. So Nancy Pelosi does not want the young idiot, illegal immigrant. Not just legal because she's married an American citizen, but the illegal immigrant that she's won in New York. She doesn't want to connect with that person. She doesn't want to connect with one of theirs that they created. That's the monster they created, the Bernie Sanders monster, right? I made a post yesterday, and I said I want Bernie Sanders, I want Maxine Waters, I want Nancy Pelosi, I want Harry Reid, I want Obama, I want Hillary in prison. I want them in prison. And I had some people say, why Bernie Sanders, man? Why Bernie Sanders? Because he's a commie. He's a commie. All right, he's a commie. And right now under investigation. Him and his wife are under investigation for stealing money. Right? But nobody knows about that. Nobody, it's like the media doesn't even talk about that. But you got this individual pushing socialist and communist ideas on every single time he gets. Any chance he gets, right? And this man owns 3 houses. He's a millionaire, right? Never owned. He reminds me so much of Karl Marx. And I've said this before. Some people out there kind of quoted me on it and started making some memes. But Bernie Sanders is so like Karl Marx. They're like, you should separate at birth. They were brothers at one time. I think I think Bernie Sanders is the reincarnation of Karl Marx because they both have a little similar history. Neither of them had ever had a job. Neither of them has ever worked. Bernie Sanders left home when he was 40 years old after getting a federal job, after finally working for the government, after finally getting a job with the government. Finally, Bernie Sanders got it. Started looking like he never had a job. He never had a job. Never owned a business. It's easy to be a socialist, man. It's easy to be a communist. It's easy to be a socialist because you believe in the lie. The lie is the government can take care of you. The lie is the government can feed you. The lie is the government can clothe you. The lie is the government can tell you where to shit and where to piss. And you know that's a lie. That's a lie. I want to be left alone. I don't want the government to be in my business. I want my privacy. I want to be able to succeed and to fail. And if I fail, I want to be able to have an opportunity to succeed again. That is the beautiful of our country. How many successful people have created their businesses, have failed, and have started again? How many people have gone bankrupt and have, cleaned their slate and have started again? This is America. That's what America gives you. Chances and opportunities, man. The owner of Kentucky Fried Chicken did not become a millionaire till he was like 60-something years old. He was ready to kill himself. And he was like, wait a minute, I know how to make fried chicken. And by the way, he was white. He was a white guy. He was a white guy. For all the people out there that love fried chicken, man, he was a white dude that made some awesome fried chicken. And he went door to door selling that fried chicken. And now we got KFC, right? And Popeyes, same thing, man. A white dude created Popeyes. It's an irony for me. I laugh about it. I really do, man. Because you never want to say that to a Democrat or a liberal that Popeyes and KFC was made by a white dude. They'll lose their mind. But anyways, but that's the beautiful thing about our country, right? The beautiful thing about capitalism, right? And that's what we. How do we win that? So how do we win? How do we win against that cancer and tumor, folks? We have to call these communists for who they are. We got to call them for who they are. They're no longer liberals and Democrats. They're communists. We have to fight. We have to fight against it with all of our might. Okay, communism is a disease, a mental disease, literally a mental disease. These people don't know they're communists. That's the problem with it. They don't know they're communists. They don't know that their ideas are tyranny. They don't know that their ideas are oppression. Look at Venezuela. I never understood this. Why Hispanic people love socialism so much. Hispanic people. I lose my mind with Hispanic people because they love socialism. They do. They love handouts and giveaways. If the government tells them, "Hey, we're gonna hook you up," they fall for the lie every single time. Look at Venezuela. Check out Venezuela right now. Right? They took away their guns. And everybody starts starving. The people took on the streets to protest, and the government started killing them. Now the government is killing them by the hundreds, and nothing's being done. The United Nations is more concerned about what's happening in the United States of America than the citizens of Venezuela dying by the guns of their tyrant government. The United Nations cares more about the freedoms and liberties that we have here in our country. They care more about taking away our guns than they do about helping save those Venezuela citizens who are eating dog food, eating their shoe pants, going to the zoos. There's no zoos in Venezuela. All right, the elephant, the lion, the monkey, they ate them all. They ate them all, man. There's no food in Venezuela. All right, these people are becoming like Robin Hood. All right, think about how bad it is when a country gets this bad. That you got groups of people becoming Robin Hood and attacking, ambushing food trucks that are going to the government employees, and they're ambushing those trucks, taking the food out of there and giving it to the people that need it. It's insane, man. What kind of country is that? Tell me, right? So communism is a cancer. We got to destroy it. And how we do it? We got to be like Jehovah's Witness. We got to be like Jehovah's Witness, people. We got to go door to door. We got to mobilize our people. We got to mobilize American people. We got to let them know we got to find out who's an American, 100%, or who believes in socialism. And how you can do that, man? It's just easy. You go into, you start in your neighborhood, you create a survey, and you go door to door in your neighborhood, and you ask simple questions like, do you want free health care? Do you want a government job? Do you believe education should be free? And just a survey, man. And I'm telling you, because of those answers, you'll find out who is red and who is blue. You'll find out real quick, man. And if you got somebody who's one of ours, who's a deplorable, that's the person that you have to mobilize. You have to mobilize like a Jehovah. You have to recruit them to help you with our cause to destroy communism. And how you destroy communism? Educate people. Educate people more about the tyranny of communism and what we lose in regards to capitalism. The difference between capitalism and communism, and why we as a country, we need to be the shining star of capitalism. We need to continue to be the shining star of capitalism all around the world. When everybody sees the world or Earth, okay, in general, they see the United States as like the mecca of capitalism. We are it. Everybody wants to come here to live the dream, right? And we have a dream to make America great again, or to keep America great. That's the new Trump's motto. And that's what we have to do, people. Everybody says, what do we do, Tank? What do we do? Become Jehovah's Witness, man. All right? The left is calling us, we are a cult. The left is calling us that we are a cult because we support capitalism. The left is calling us we are a cult because we support freedoms and liberties, because we support Donald Trump, because we support securing our borders, enforcing the laws, and building the wall. They hate us for it, and they call us a cult. All right? Then become Jehovah's Witness and go door to door and find out who's one of us and mobilize them. It's time to get up. We got one of what is that? What is that moron, man? Oh yeah, give me his name, man. I'm not good with these Democrat names. I try not to not to remember them. But that communist idiot, whatever his name is, he just made a statement saying that they need bodies. They're calling for a civil war, people. And these people are calling for a civil war behind their closed doors of their $1 million mansions. $1 million, people. Okay? And they're pushing the buttons of the wrong people. The people that they're pushing the buttons of, you and me, have the most guns. We have the most guns. We have the most guns. They want it, man. They want us. So every time one of their crazy people, like the one who went crazy yesterday and shot some of their own people, when they got one of those, it's a white guy. His last name is Ramos. His last name is Ramos is a Spanish name. All right, so you know what I'm saying. So it's only white. It's only white when it's consistent to their agenda, to their fake news lies. Okay, it's not white. It's not white when it doesn't fit their agenda, right? Only when it fits their agenda. So now he's a white NRA member, Christian. No, none of those things. He's a liberal, a Trump hater, a Democrat, and that's why I think, like, if we have to do with gun control, I think Democrats in general. If you're a Democrat, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a Democrat and you support politicians who believe in gun control, you should not own a gun. You as a Democrat, right? Because you support politicians who support to take away your right to bear arms, you should not own a gun. You should turn in your guns. Turn in your guns, Democrats. Turn them in, because you do not deserve the right to bear arms. You're not going to defend it. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. The right to bear arms should not be given to individuals who are not willing to die for it. That is your right. That is your natural human right to defend yourself against the tyrant government. So here it goes again. The Democrats push the hate and division, and they create the cancer. Once the cancer is created, then they're like, oh, what do I do now? What do we do now? Well, this is the monster you created. This is exactly the monster you have created. And this is why so many Democrats are pulling away from their party, because it no longer represents them. There's so many Democrats out there that are going to be voting for Donald Trump in 2020. It's incredible, the numbers, because they finally realized that they've been lied to, right, by the slave plantation owners of the Democratic Party. So I'm hoping that together with you and everybody else, man, getting on that train, going door to door, find out who's on our side, man. Find out who's on our side and mobilizing those troops, man. All right, grassroots, man, like the old school, and then mobilizing those troops in your local community. We can become one of the greatest country in the world. We are powered by numbers. United we stand, divided we fall. We the people. All these things that our founding fathers told us, that's what we have to do. So when everybody says, what do we do? What do we do, Tank? Door to door, baby. Knock on doors, man. Jehovah Witness, stop. What I love about Jehovah Witness, man, they don't care. They'll come knock on your door on a rainy day. They'll come knock on your door Saturday morning. They honestly don't care. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn about our buddies, Jehovah Witnesses. There's a lot to learn. They can teach us a few things, okay? About discipline, about just being, just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward, being optimistic, right? And just keep on knocking on doors. Keep on knocking on doors until you find that one that you need to save. And that's what we have to do, man. They call us a cult. Nah, man. We're beyond that. We're bigger than that. It's called being an American. And it's about time that we become Americans. The Democrats are sending us a message right now. They're telling us that we can't do it. We can do it even bigger. We can make our country even better, right? Now, there was a post yesterday, there was a meme yesterday talking about, the wall. If everybody pays $150, we can have that wall built. I think that's a pretty damn good idea. Look, if Congress and our government can't do the job that needs to. Donald Trump. If Donald Trump creates he creates a GoFundMe or whatever, I guarantee you, man, that wall will be built tomorrow. That wall will be built tomorrow. Not only by companies who will be willing to donate their work and time, but also by people who will be willing to donate their own money to get that wall built. Get that wall built, man. So, that's all he needs. That's all he needs. So one way or another, we can build that wall. I agree with you on that. So that's your mission plan. That's your advice for today, folks. We can be more organized. All right, we gotta get up. We gotta get out of Facebook and social media and some of these groups that are filled with trolls and moles. You have to mobilize your local community, just like grassroots, just like Jehovah's Witnesses. Knock on doors, and as you start building your own little platoon, your own little company, your own little battalion of patriots, right? Then you start thinking in that group. Who can lead your community? Who can run for politics in your community? Because you only need, like in New York, this lady won, this socialist communist red code won in New York with 20,000 votes. 20,000 votes, because her community is the majority community, her Hispanic. Now here's the scary part. If you use that as an example of the Hispanic communities, why do you think the Democrats are pushing the whole illegal immigration so much? Why do you think they're pushing for that Hispanic vote so much? Because that Hispanic communities, those pockets of Hispanic communities all over the United States have been brainwashed by Hispanic Latino TV about socialist and communist and democratic ideas since day one. They're primed for some idiot to come in and to capitalize on their stupidity and their ignorance to have them vote for them. But you gotta be one of them. You gotta be one of them. There's no doubt about it. They only will support somebody who's one of them, one of their brown people, one of the Latino people, right? So we need Latino conservatives, Hispanic conservatives, Latinos who believe in our country, who are willing to die and defend our country by all means necessary, who calls themselves an American first and foremost. We need more of those people to go into those communities and educate those folks, because in those communities you still got some good people in there who are deplorables just like us, but they're surrounded, literally surrounded by idiots, ignorant idiots who believe in the socialist garbage, right? And we need to stop that. We have to stop that, folks. There's honestly not enough of us to go around. But if you, with your job, with your help, with your support, you get out there. You don't need no GoFundMe. You don't need nothing like that. Everybody can be a patriot. That's all it takes. Everybody can be an American patriot. All it takes one. You go door to door, knocking on doors in your neighborhood, and you start there. You might end up with 5 or 6 folks just like you. You might know everybody. You might know Billy Bob in the corner, or Joe in the corner, or Mary. You know them all. Now you got a list of patriots, and then you start building on that. And before you know it, you have a whole city block. And before you know it, you have a whole zip code. And then you have a whole county. And then before you know it, we start putting the right people in charge of these local communities. People just like you and me, not career politicians, but folks just like you and me, who support the American way of life, right? And that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. All right, now let's go back to yesterday, man, the whole Russian scandal. I think it's a dog and pony show. I personally think it's a dog and pony show. I always like Trey Gowdy. But I've heard Trey Gowdy say the same things before. I've heard Trey Gowdy talk about the Benghazi. What happened with the Benghazi scandal? I thought Hillary Clinton was gonna pay the piper for that. What happened? What happened with the Benghazi scandal, Trey Gowdy? What happened, Trey Gowdy? What happened, Trey Gowdy, with the Benghazi scandal? Nothing. Nothing happened, folks. Nothing. It made us all believe that we were going to get something done with the Benghazi scandal. Nothing happened, folks. So I'm not jumping up and down. I'm not jumping up and down, folks. I like what he said. I like the sound effect. I like the sound effect, man. It sounds great. But I hear a lot of these politicians, they've been in D.C. for quite some time. They know how to dance. They know how to dance really good. And they know how to entertain for the camera really good. But we don't get things done. And I like to see things getting done. I like to see people. And I don't see these individuals, they're being asked these questions. I don't see them scared. Listen, people, you can tell a lot by the people that they are asking the questions of. They're not scared. They're not afraid. They feel entitled. They feel like, why are you asking me these questions? Who the hell are you? Do you know who I am? You know what I'm saying? Their aura just shows, how arrogant they are. And I don't see fear. For all this information that has come out, for all this, all the truth that has come out, all the lies that have been exposed, you will think that these people will be like shaking in their boots. You will think that they will be there answering these questions like literally shaking in their boots, and they're not. So I'm not falling for the dog and pony show. I don't want to hear these. I don't want to continue hearing these radio shows where they say, oh, we finally did it. We finally going to put him in prison. We finally going to do this. Shut up. There's enough information. There's enough information to put a lot of people in prison. And yet, we still, having these little back and forth and little cat fights. They're little cat fights. Little girls having cat fights, in front of the public, and it's almost a slap in our faces. For the people who are woke, they're looking at it and go, man, what kind of clownish is this? What kind of idiotic sense is this? Right? It should be done and over with. They continue asking. Listen to this, people. They continue asking for information that should be handed to them 9 months ago, and they're giving information. You got to be an idiot, a moron, to think that our government does not have enough power to have all these people incarcerated, and then really show them hey, you better answer some questions. You better answer these questions, or you're gonna lose everything. You're gonna lose everything. And that's why. And there's only one major news channel, which I don't have to hope on, as much as everybody else. But Fox News is the only one, pretty much, that's talking about this whole issue. And this is huge. This is a fake story created by the Democrats, okay, to take away the fact that during the election they committed the most corrupt treason, the DNC scandal, the WikiLeaks emails, all of that went away the second they start talking about Russian scandal, and we want the truth. We want the truth, right? We want the truth. We want justice. And now we know all the lies are coming up, all the lies, and we're still watching the dog and pony show. We're still watching people dance like monkeys, and nothing's going to get done. So I don't have too much faith on that, and I'm going to continue trashing that. I'm going to continue trashing those people involved in this investigation because they act like they're big guns, and they act like they know what they're talking about, and they act like they're going to do something. They never do nothing, man. They just stay there like, going back and forth. We're going to wait another few months. Maybe next year we'll get to, maybe next year we'll find out that there's more people with their little dating thing back and forth, the little texts back and forth, trying to take down our president. That's how we're just going to find out more trash. And nobody's going to be charged for it. Nobody's going to be punished for it. All right? Imagine if it was Obama. Just imagine. If it would have been Obama, what do you think? What do you think would have happened? Next person that tells me that somehow Donald Trump president is the same. No, not even close, man. Not even close. I still, it's a miracle. It's literally a miracle. Donald Trump is the president. It's a miracle. It's a miracle, folks. With they weaponized the FBI. They weaponized the media. They weaponized everything they could get on Trump. All right? They had paid informants. They had people. They sent spies to try to lure Trump's people to get them to lie and to work with the Russians in just fake lies. All right? Just to entrapment, just to put him in entrapment. And it's crazy that Donald Trump became president. It's a miracle, folks. And don't believe Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. If you think Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, I got an awesome bridge I can sell you, and it floats. My bridge floats. My bridge floats over the ocean. It's beautiful. I got a great one. I'll throw a castle in there too. All right, so. That's it with that. And what else? Oh yeah, see, comments growing, boom, boom. Hey, we covered a lot of stuff on this show. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back Monday. At lunchtime. I'll be around throughout the weekend, but I'll be back on Monday. I need you guys' support. The Uncle Sammy's Got It Show. We're being censored. Share the video far and wide. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you stop by our store, get a decal, represent, get a t-shirt. Do what you got to do, man. So I can continue doing what I love to do, which is wake some of the people up and keep on motivating, keep on pissing the Democrats and the liberals. They hate it. Listen, the Democrats hate us. Like almost every other day, they got us in Snopes. It's funny. Every other day, they got us in Snopes. They work so hard to try to stop Uncle Sammy's Got It Children. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, man. And I love it. I love being a thorn in their butts, man. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. Thanks to you. All right, simplify, do or die. God bless America. All right, beautiful Friday. All right, make America great. Hoorah!